Today on In the Woodyard, we've got a fancy saw. Here we go. So today, Bert just is real antsy to get going on cutting up all these limbs. Now this is all the limbs, the small stuff that we had from the elm tree that we had cut, so we just put it in a pile here. Too small for the processor, a lot of odd size stuff. And yeah, we could cut it all with saws and rip through it, but he's got this fancy little Oregon electric saw here. Now this is a 110 amp, right?
Yep.
And he built the little horsey jig thing for it here, which is pretty darn fancy. How long have you had this now?
Probably a little over 2 years.
Nice, nice. So, show me how it works. Obviously, this is all... Go ahead and put a piece in there so the folks can see the high-techness of this. So all you got is a little piece of PVC.
Yep.
For the trigger. Very nice. I like it. So you got basically a linkage going from up here, down, over here, and then up to the trigger.
Yep.
That is about as high-tech a piece of machinery as you can get. I like it. And it gets even better. There's a little foot pedal here for the elevator. That is nice. Go ahead and do a couple pieces here. Well, I'd have to say that's about the lowest cost processor I've ever seen. So what did you pay for the saw?
I don't know, 70 bucks.
Nice. And your elevator, it was what, 600 something like that you said? 800?
Yeah, 700.
Nice. That is quite the processing unit. So there's no reason that people not be able to, because if you got a bad back, you could have somebody just hand you the wood. You could just operate the trigger even.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is slicker and greased all along there. I like that. And it goes right up into the pile. Very cool. Well, let's make some wood. All right. So there it is. We just did probably a half of a full cord of branches that normally a lot of people would leave behind, but this worked really nice. I could see where if you're cutting tree service wood or a tree in your yard, this would work really nice. And like you said, this whole setup was a couple $100 tops, except for your elevator, of course.
Yeah.
But so show everybody how big it is.
But yeah, whatever works for you. I mean, if you're short, you're gonna want it lower. If you're tall, you're gonna want it higher.
Yeah, and like you said, the only thing that kind of dictates how big of a piece you can get is your height here. But if you go much higher, the pieces get too big.
Yeah.
And the stuff we did, we had some stuff there that was, I would say, God, it had to be 6.5, 7 inches. And it's more than you really want because you got to roll the log then because you can't get it all cut. And it's more than you really want to lift.
Yeah.
Once you get, especially if you start getting to these where they're, you know, 6 feet long and they're starting to get pretty big. So, but that worked really nice. And the little stop here, it's nice that you got that so you can hit it, not have it permanent. So it moves. This little guard here is nice. I like your linkage here. It's very special. Very special. Everybody's gonna want the plans for this, but I know where the plans are.
In my head.
But yeah, you can get a little electric saw like this and you could rig it up for a jig like this and it works really nice. There you go, wood processed. So tomorrow we're gonna start working on some of the bigger stuff now. So we got all the small limbs from the elm tree that we processed, that we took down the other day, and we got us a nice little poor man's wood processor here. So there you go. There's no excuses not to have a wood processor, right?
Yep.
There you go. That's it for today, folks. Poke the buttons, hit them all. I'll be back tomorrow 5:30 a.m. with another video. Go to my channel, watch one of the 900 videos. It'll be good for you.
Good night, Irene.